Welcome back, I am Cithryth, and you are watching Cith Builds Banished, episode 4. In the last episode, you remember, I built a couple gatherers' huts, and they are as successful as ever, but there's still a lot of waiting around to do at this stage, because I have all the people I can working on all the things that I can have them working on, so I just have to wait until I get more people, and so I have extra laborers. So that I can build things, because right now, you know, not a whole lot to do. But a new child was just born, so that's promising. Also, I'm not really sure, but this, this little, box of fish has been sitting here for, 3 seasons, and it's kind of wigging me out. And I wish they would, pick it up and, take it, but I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, so we've got another laborer now, and I'm going to put them to building a, herbalist's hut, actually, because the health of the citizens is getting, dangerously low. It's not great. So I'm gonna have them build a herbalist's hut so that we get some medicine. Now, I know I need 2 builders, but, I mean, gotta kind of work with what you got, and that's what I've got. But I've got a lot of food now. I've got over 600 food. So, yeah, gatherer's huts, man. That's where it's at. So we're just gonna have to wait for them to build this herbalist's hut. Gotta chop down all those trees right there. Now the thing with the herbalist's hut, in the tutorial it says that the most effective herbalist is in an old forest, not a new growth forest, or not a forest where there's a forester that's constantly cutting down and planting new trees. I don't know how true that is. I don't know. I haven't looked at numbers or anything. A lot of people are very min-maxy about this game and are very into knowing the exact number of food units that gatherers produce a year and stuff like that. I don't really usually get into that kind of stuff, but this game you kind of have to get into it to a certain degree. Like I said, with the gatherers' huts, they are just hands down the most efficient food source, especially early on, and farms are much less efficient. So you kind of have to play the numbers game a little bit. You can't just build the town willy-nilly. But I think with practice, once you figure out the rules, you can work on breaking them in creative ways and building your town in, more interesting layouts, I suppose. Of course, always taking into account terrain. You can't just, build exactly the same town every time, because mountains and lakes and stuff like that. Also, this fishing hut is not very effective because I never noticed this before. I don't know why, but the fishing hut also has this yellow kind of ring around it. You want the maximum amount of water in that ring. This, obviously, the majority of this yellow ring is taken up by land, so this is a very inefficient fisher hut. It would have been better if I had put it, for example, here, in this little pointed peninsula where it would stick out, or even right here, because then that way it has the chance of having more water around it. Okay, it is winter of year 4. They have not finished building that herbalist's hut yet. Their health has gone up a little bit though, so that's good. I also have almost 1,200 food, which is awesome. Let's see, I did just get a laborer. Let's see, where should I put them? I'm going to put them in the forestry, because we're pretty low on logs, and that's not great. We want to have a lot of logs. In fact, I'm going to up the limit of logs we can have to 500 for right now. We're going to leave the firewood at 200, though. We don't need that much firewood, especially not right now. We're at 18 people, 18 adults. That's pretty good. Hopefully, they build this herbalist's hut a little bit faster now that I have 2 builders working on it. They're, taking their time. I'm still at 10 times speed, trying to get them to, hurry it up a little bit. And I am actually going to be doing 2 years in this episode because, again, it's kind of just a lot of waiting around right now. Not a whole lot going on because I'm trying to reinvigorate the town, as it were. And yeah, so okay, they're moving along on the herbalist's hut. Now, once I get this herbalist's hut built, I think the next thing I'll do is build I was going to say build a school, but I don't know, because I need a lot of laborers. So I think I might just build a couple houses, because now that we're getting people again, they need houses again. But again, I really need this herbalist's hut built, like, soon, because people aren't healthy. And if they're not healthy, they're not going to be very happy. And yeah, they're not being super helpful. Although I think they're finally bringing all the tools and whatever they need to it, so there is that. I feel bad leaving these fields and orchard kind of with nobody to tend to them, but as I was saying in the last episode and earlier this episode, gatherers' huts are just way more effective, and farms and orchards early on are not effective because they only produce so much at a certain time of the year, whereas gatherers' huts, they can produce a lot more. I'm only going to put one herbalist, tis one herbalist, not plural, in this herbalist hut for now, because I think that's plenty for what we need, and I need someone to build houses. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Gotta build some houses. Now this area is pretty much fine. Like, this little main area I have right now is fine. I mean, it's not the most efficient because, like I said in the first episode, I was starting on early, or not early. I can words. I was starting on easy, which means that there were some buildings pre-placed. Not great, but I mean, not much we can do. It's not terrible, is the point. It's not terrible. We can work with this. The main point is to be able to have lots of vectors to various forested areas, to have gatherers and foresters and herbalists and all that good stuff. Now we got another laborer and another laborer, so I'm going to put 2 herbalists. And so hopefully these guys build this. Oh yeah, they're already almost done. Although I am on 10 times speed, so there's that. And the houses always take less time to build. So there we go. Now do I need another one? Yes, I do. Because as you can see, this guy has, or this family has a 10-year-old, which is an adult in this bizarre universe. So I should build another house. I'm going to build it over here. And bring this road out this way and kind of go around the tailor's hut kind of awkwardly, but whatever. I like having really nice neat grids, and so it bothers me a little bit that that is not, but whatever. Can't do anything about it at this point, really. It's not something I should worry about. So they're building that house, and the herbalist is collecting herbs. The average health of the citizens is going up, so that's good. We're out of logs, that's not great, but we do have 108 firewood stored, so it's not the worst thing. We will be able to survive winter. Nobody's going to freeze to death, nobody's going to starve to death. I have 1,500 food, that's pretty awesome. Again, I can never overstate the awesomeness of gatherers' huts now. And yeah. So let's just wait until winter and see how we're doing then. Okie dokie, we are at winter of year 5 now. Doing pretty good. I took off all my farmers because it's winter and don't really need them to be farming. I put one of them as a gatherer, and I also filled out blacksmith and tailor, just so we could get some coats, you know. I mean, we have the firewood, so it shouldn't be too bad. But coats are good, and since we have so much leather and wool saved up from not having a tailor for so long, I'm having them make the highest quality coats, the warm coats, the leather and wool combo coats. And so hopefully that'll be good for them, and they'll stay warm. We are out of firewood now, and the wood is not so great, so I think in the next episode my next step will be to build more foresters' huts and wood choppers. So that's what is going to go on next time. We have plenty of food now. Food's not an issue. I will also build another gatherer's hut if I get enough people. I've got 13 children, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So we should get some adults, you know, fairly soon-ish. They're having babies all the time, so it's great. And we've got over 17, almost now 1,900 food. So food is not an issue anymore, and it's awesome. So thanks for watching. That was Cith Builds Banished episode 4, and I will see you next time.